I could bring her into a slight rotation forward. But more often, if I want to get up to where I still think she's a little bit tight, it's up the top. One of my key goals here was just sinking into those traps first and a bit of the scalenes. So hence why I was positioning with that. Now I feel like I'm dropping into it. I feel like now I can just open her up, bring her forward a little bit. Yeah, you can play around with that a little bit. Go transverse here as well, so get your SCM, start on your mastoid, bring her in a little bit, and we can work up and around. Yeah. Then I'll change my position a little bit, come around starting in levata. So again, with levata, I want to bring that up a little bit. We know she's shortened through her levata. What we can do here is a little bit of like literally rotation around will soften it. So not just back, I want to literally rotate it. And this is a fantastic way to get into the scalenes. So once we've done a little bit of that, you start thinking about scalenes under here. So I don't know about you guys, but when someone works my anterior or my scalenes and starts digging into that, to me that feels uncomfortable myself. I don't like it. I feel like I'm being choked, going like that, probably because you know the artery's there, and someone's come in like that and I was like, wow, I know it needs it, but that doesn't feel so good. Yeah? So change hands, use your right. You want to try and get into the movement there. So I could just start off with just seeing how that is. What we're going to actually do here is just come in and engage like that. I'll come up, again soften, so then my knuckle gets really close to there. And then I'll work across like that. And then you can use your breath here. So I bring that up, use the breath, and we strip her out. And here I'll just do that work transverse. So you get really close just by bringing that up. It feels so much nicer to have that done than somebody poking from a position like this and trying to get in like that. So you soften it. Look at that. I can get right into there. It's a lot easier. And then I could even just hold that, get her to breathe. And we can work along the first rib there. A lot easier. Yeah. Just position.
Can I do this like on the super?
It's not as easy, no, because you need to be able to move that around. Yeah. Okay. Feeling pretty good there. I do sometimes come in here with a bit of just like deeper thumb, trying to get in from that position. Around. So you can get right in like that. It's quite deep. You want to work along the levata, Scalenes capitis on the back. So I'll just sort of sit like that. I guess you could do it with your elbow if you're working on him. No problem. So we know that she's tied up there. Just come along and sit on that. If you're really tricky, you can actually use your other arm. Come back like that. So I'm doing like this, and I'm using my forearm to draw back. So I start her like this, look, and I wrap around like that, and I can literally come back. Like that.
I like.
You like?
Trick.
Then you can offer a resistance. Push up a little bit, and come back.
And I do
Be
that
active.
one.
It's a little bit awkward, I'm a little bit twisted, so it's not something I do all the time, but I'm not always doing this in sideline, so do you know what I mean? I could even do like this.
Do you do sideline often?
I mix it up. Yeah, mix it up. Really depends what I'm trying to do. Yeah. Cool. Very happy with that. It's looking very good. Alright, can I get you to turn face down for me?
Yep.